Hi, Lakeland family. Pastor Dan here with a monthly update. You'll notice in the email below this video a financial update, and so just want you to know where we are financially. We've had a couple great weeks, and so we're grateful for that, but thank you for your generosity in supporting our church. I am so delighted to be speaking into your hearts in this way once a month. I did want to highlight two things coming up that with everything else going on, you may not have seen or had register. The first is, I love what we're doing with our children and our students. The students actually have a fundraiser coming up, which is a way that they're going to fund a lot of ministries and retreats coming up this year. You may have a student find you with a list like this. I want to encourage you to consider supporting our youth ministry if one of the students does this. And students, can I just tell you, only one of you has talked to me so far. This is a tactical error. And so really the main reason I'm highlighting this is to say, can we as a church family be praying for our students and for our children, especially in this day and age, that the Lord would break through in their hearts and take captive them. Pray for Lindsay and for Seth and their teams, that God would be doing very, very powerful things there. So I wanted to highlight that. Coming up on April 16th and then the 23rd is our membership class. We practice membership at Lakeland for a very important reason, and that's this. When we read the Bible, we see Christians in churches attached to one another in very, very powerful ways. Let me just read a few things. Romans 12, be devoted to one another. 1 Corinthians 12, have equal concern for one another. Galatians 5, serve one another. Galatians 6, carry one another's burdens. Philippians 2, consider one another better than yourselves. Colossians 3, bear with one another. James chapter 5, confess your sins to one another. Pray for one another. Have fellowship with one another. Love one another deeply from the heart. Love one another, love one another, love one another, love one another, on and on. The New Testament describes Christians in a church as genuinely committed to one another's welfare and attached to one another. It is a different way to relate to each other than any other organization in the world. When you go to a restaurant, you're a customer. When you go to your business, you're an employee. But when you come in the church, you're family. This is the language that the Bible uses. Brothers and sisters of one another who share our God and Father in common. And so a way that you take a step towards commitment to Lakeland is our membership class. It's just 2 weeks. It's a time of investigating what Lakeland's all about. And the other side of that, if you still want to become a member, you work through an interview and then become a member on the other side of that. And here's my promise. If you're not a member at Lakeland and you take this step, your connection with Jesus through his church will increase. It's an incredibly great thing to have a local church family to be a part of, but we have to be committed to it. So I wanted to invite you to that. My friends, the Lord loves you and is with you right now. And so may you and I be sensitive to him today at this moment. May we follow him today into everything that he desires. See you soon.